And then finally we come to the create a job page. So this is just going to help us set up our first job. As you come through, you'll see the job name, you've got your client reps, projects and equipment. So the same things we've just added before this. So we can call this one my first job. Select the client, says the client we created before, the representative, and then also the equipment was selected on. You can put in the project as well, but we'll leave that one because we never created one before. A reference, so that could be like a job number, purchase order number from the client that's going to show up in your logs and throughout the rest of the job. We've got our status colors here. We'll come to that in the next video, but this is just what color they're going to show up on the calendar as a visual reference, and we can label all these so they could be like job pending, job starting, all the way through to invoice, so you can look at them and on the calendar and see what status they're at. So we've got our start date. We can say it's going to start today, finish tomorrow. You can also put in a start time and end time if you want. If it's just going to be day jobs, then just leave them blank. Custom fields here, we've got 4 of them, so if there's any other information that you need to capture, we can relabel them here in the page settings, or just turn them off so they're not there. And then also the job description is going to be what's been happening on the job. And then we'll just go apply. After you push apply, it'll take us through to the end of the journey, where we've set up all the jobs, but I'll carry on a little bit further because there's a couple more steps now. So we just push close. Then it'll take us through to add the staff members onto the job. So it'll bring you to this page here, adding the users. You can select all dates or just click on the dates that you want to add the users for, but we're going to have the same people on this one, so just click select all dates. It'll pop up here with a list of all your available users. If the user is already on a job, then they'll be in the red and they'll be at the bottom of the list, and then you can click on their little information tab and it'll tell you which job they're on. But since this one is available, we'll add them to the job, hit save, and then we'll save them to the job. So it says that Scott Sherwin is on this job on the 27th and 28th. Then you can click on the view job button, and then now this will take us through to the actual job page where it's booked. Job number 1, you can also create a purchase order number here to the job, and that will show up in your invoicing part as well. There is a Google Maps one here. We can add in any addresses. And now we're brought through to the actual booking page once a job is created. This is what it looks like. It's got all the details that we've added. And then now down the bottom, we can also drag and drop files into here. So they could be drawings or pictures or anything that's to do with the job. You can drop them into here and they become attachments on the job so everyone can see. And then they're also saved in this job forever. And you can come back to them and use them as you go. So after all this, let's click on the jobs calendar and I'll show you where they show up. So now we've got a week view. It's the job, my first job that we created. We can also click on month view, and now it shows down here. That's the code that I was talking about the rig, so you can see what job it is and what it is, and by hovering over it, it also pops up and tells you the rest of the details as well about the job, so you don't have to click into it.